Hi guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Got the high pony. Alright guys, today's Wednesday. This will be posted tomorrow, so happy Thursday. From in the future, Victoria. Okay, let me get serious. So today I'm doing this case, and let me tell y'all, it's sad. It's really sad. Melinda and Trenton Duckett. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, all the stuff that's free in life, you know what I mean? 60% of the people that watch my videos aren't even subscribed. Go figure, right? Okay guys, here we go. All right, Melinda Eubank was born on August 14th of 1985 in South Korea. She moved to the United States on Christmas Eve of 1985 at the age of 4 months after being adopted by an American couple. She lived in Lockport, New York until she was 17 years old when she moved to Florida to live with her adopted grandparents. She attended South Sumter High School and began dating her classmate Joshua Duckett. She became pregnant and gave birth to Trenton shortly after graduating from high school. She and Joshua married in July of 2005. The relationship between the two was tumultuous. She left numerous times before she eventually filed for divorce in July of 2006. Melinda was involuntarily committed under the Baker Act in April of 2005 after Joshua alleged that she had threatened to harm Trenton. She was diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive personality disorder in December of 2005, but the report indicated that there was no psychological reason that would preclude Melinda from being a capable and loving parent. Duckett worked for a lawn care company until she was laid off. On August 1st of 2006, Melinda became a notary public. I don't know why. Usually you become a notary public when you work in an office, so maybe her hopes were to go on and work in another office or something. Duckett reported her son missing August 26th of 2006. She told police that she went to check on Trenton in his bedroom after she finished watching a movie, and she discovered that he was gone and there was a cut in the window screen above the crib. So, according to police, she was considered the prime suspect. You guys, I'll talk about that first. Yeah, she was a prime suspect. No arrests were ever made because they had hoped that she would lead them to Trenton. She was interviewed about Trenton's disappearance by Nancy Grace for a September 8th, 2006 episode on Nancy Grace's television series on CNN. During the interview, Grace accused Duckett of hiding something because she refused to take a polygraph test and she provided vague answers to her questions. If you go watch it, you'll see very vague. Yeah. The day after the taping of the show, Duckett wrote a 2-page letter addressed, quote, to the public, close quote, expressing her love for Trenton and her anger over being faced with ridicule and criticism. She left the letter on the dashboard of her car, entered her grandparents' house, retrieved her grandfather's shotgun, went into a closet, and committed suicide. Duckett's family blamed her death on media scrutiny, particularly from Nancy Grace. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit against her, accusing Grace of inflicting emotional distress on Duckett. In an interview on Good Morning America, Nancy Grace said, in reaction to events, that if anything, I would suggest that guilt made her commit suicide. To suggest that a 15 to 20 minute interview can cause someone to commit suicide is definitely focusing on the wrong thing, close quote. She then said that while she sympathized with the family, she knew from her own experience as a victim of a crime that such people look for someone else to blame. On November 8th, 2010, a month before the jury trial was scheduled to start, Grace reached a settlement with the estate of Melinda Duckett to create a $200,000 trust fund dedicated to locating Trenton. According to the agreement, if Trenton was found alive before he turned 13 years of age, the remaining proceeds would be administered to a trustee, Trenton's great aunt, Kathleen Calvert, until he turns 18 and the funds are transferred to him for his use. If Trenton is not found alive by his 13th birthday, which apparently he wasn't, the funds will be transferred to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. We're pleased that the lawsuit has been dismissed. The statement speaks for itself, a spokesman for CNN said. J. Paul Durat, don't butcher me over this, because I'm going to butcher his name. Duratini, a lawyer representing the Duckett family and estate, said in a statement sent to the Associated Press, quote, "After 4 years of litigation and extensive discovery, the parties now agree that Nancy Grace, the producers of her program, and CNN engaged in a no intentional wrongdoing in the course of dedicating a program to finding the missing toddler as alleged in the lawsuit," close quote. All right, I want to say a few things. So anybody that's ever, sorry guys, anybody that's ever watched Nancy Grace and her show, I mean, you know that she's tough, but I don't think she's overly tough by asking Melinda, you know, what do you have to hide by not taking a polygraph test? And whenever Nancy would ask her a question, she wouldn't answer it. You know, she wouldn't say where, she wouldn't give like specifics, you know, it was really, I don't know, it was kind of bizarre. So of course, if you watch that, you're looking at this girl, Melinda, thinking, she definitely got something to hide, right? Okay, so I was able to connect with Melinda. She immediately came through really upset, really angry, really invasive, just pissed off, basically. She started off by saying she could tell that I thought she hurt Trenton. And I said, I'm not sure how you can tell that unless you're psychic. I said, but I don't know what happened. That's why I'm trying to talk to you to find out what the heck happened, right? She was very, like, angry, very angry. Yeah. Okay. So then I went on, let her some time to just ramble. And I said, look, I think enough time has passed that Trenton's dad, Joshua, his family, and your family deserve some closure. They deserve to know what happened to Trenton and where he is. Whether he's alive or whether he's dead, they deserve to know. She was crying, yelling, really pissed off. I can tell you this, she's not in a very good place. So there's got to be a reason why she's not in a good place. You know what I mean? So she kept telling me how miserable she is and that where she is horrible and she shouldn't have to be there. It was like all about her. Okay. So of course I'm seeing this behavior and I'm like, how you are in life is how you are in death. So at some point, everything was about her when she was alive. I'm not saying she didn't have a tough life. She was adopted at 4 months old. I don't know what kind of life she had. She may have had an amazing life. Her adopted parents may have been wonderful. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the details. But I think she had a better life than what she could have had. You know what I mean? Because she was adopted, you know, and brought over on Christmas Eve. I mean, she was at least given a chance. You know what I mean? So I finally got her calmed down. And I said, look, I know you're in a horrible place. I know you're pissed. I know you're upset. I know you're angry. But yeah, we need to know what happened. You know, you just need to let it out, you know. I asked her then if there was anything that she wanted to pass on to me or pass on to her family or to Joshua or to his family, right? She proceeded to say, and I wrote this down, so I want to say it word for word. She said, Josh, his family, and her family don't need to worry about Trenton because he's in a good place and he's being taken care of. She went on to say that, ready for this? She went on to say that, quote, she stands by taking the trash out after her and Josh split and Trenton disappeared. Close quote. So immediately I said, does that mean that Trenton ended up going into the trash? And she just kind of smirked and didn't want to discuss it. She went on to say that being bipolar was hard on her and nobody understood what she was going through. And I was trying to get her to quiet down so I could ask her, like, what do you mean bipolar? I didn't know that you were diagnosed bipolar. She proceeded to say, well, yeah, I was diagnosed bipolar. I just didn't tell anybody. So was she bipolar? I don't know. I was feeling like when she said that, like, that was really questionable. Did she kill Trenton? I don't know. I felt like from the very beginning that Trenton is gone. He's no longer on this earth. It sure does sound like it with the quote that she wanted to pass on, right? So let me just remind you people, how you are in life is how you are in death. And this girl obviously had, did I say obviously enough times? Had a rough time when she was here on this earth. And she's having an even rougher time where she is now. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's hell. I don't know what it's called. But she's not in a good place. I can tell you that. And I've never had this kind of reaction from someone other than like Charles Manson when he was just babbling BS words and stuff. This was a first. It was crazy. Okay, be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah. This world's in an upheaval right now. Our country, the United States, is in upheaval, and it's just, there's a lot going on, y'all. So take care of yourselves. And that about does it for me. Bye, guys.